acupuncture actually increase the blood flow to the ovaries and the uterus, so resulting in the uterine condition favoring the implantation. Secondly, which I think is the most important of all, is the relaxation and the calming effect bring by acupuncture.
JH is a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner who trained and also graduated from Beijing University of Chinese Medicine. I can see you now, JH. That's good, that's good. All right. So JH has a special interest in women's health and has many, many years of experience working with clients who are trying to conceive, in particularly for IVF treatment as well. Now, she previously worked in one of the major hospitals in Singapore and currently practicing in one of the well-known TCM practice in Malaysia at Kangshan. So here we go. Welcome, JH.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be with Catherine again. Actually, this is my first IG live session, so I'm a bit nervous actually. Previously, we have done a Facebook live together on the menstrual pain. So excited to be invited by my friend Catherine again to have this sharing session. So a different channel today.
That's right. Well, I'm so happy to have you here, JH. As I mentioned as well, quite often, one of the questions I often get asked from my own client as well is whether or not they should try acupuncture. So right away, I thought you are the best person to actually answer these questions and hopefully sharing with our audience as well the current evidence around acupuncture. First thing first, JH, maybe give us a little bit of overview. What is acupuncture?
So acupuncture actually in the layman terms is actually a Chinese practice of inserting of very fine needles through the skin at the specific points to cure disease or relieve pain. So the specific point, what we known as an acupuncture point, is actually an area of life energy we call qi. So we believe that the disruption of qi is actually responsible for disease or pain. So through the acupuncture at these points, so the normal flow of qi will be restored, so can cure the diseases. So this is what we know as acupuncture.
I see, I see. So I guess in terms of the evidence around acupuncture, can you share with us what is the current evidence? Maybe we can chat about in terms of IVF treatment.
Yeah, I'm sure. IVF, right, actually for acupuncture has been proven by many scientific journals that can increase the success rate of IVF. I would say there are three main benefits of acupuncture. So first of all, acupuncture actually increase the blood flow to the ovaries and the uterus, so resulting in the uterine condition favoring the implantation. Secondly, which I think is the most important of all, is the relaxation and the calming effect bring by acupuncture. So as we all know, acupuncture process is a very stressful period for couples, especially for women. So acupuncture has shown to really release the happy hormones, so you get happy hormones in serotonin, beta endorphin in the several parts of our brain, so helping the IVF women to feel more relaxed during the fertility treatment, and as a result, they improve the success rate of the IVF. So in my practice, I also noticed that there is improvement in the egg quality through consistent acupuncture session before the IVF started.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I think you mentioned a really good point. I really like that. Is that not just improving the good blood flow for specifically IVF, but also is that stress relief factors? Because quite often I will be mainly focusing on is that nutrition and the lifestyle modification, but definitely that stress is something that a lot of couples finding it hard to kind of find the strategies to relieve the stress as well. So good that to know acupuncture can be one of the strategies to help with that stress relief component. So that's good to know that in terms of evidence, there are evidence supporting around IVF. What about if for couple who are trying to conceive naturally, does acupuncture also helps?
Yeah, of course. Actually, in my practice, for those couples who want to have a natural conceive, I will actually first diagnose them, both male and female. And we know that, of course, it's best to treat as a couple because egg and the sperm are both equally important in fertility. So after I diagnose them, I will actually prescribe the natural herbal remedies tailored for each individual to treat their underlying problem first. Usually, it takes about 4 months' time. So at which point
Yeah.
the acupuncture session starts to kick in actually depends on their progress also. So at the point whereby the underlying condition is more stable, and I think they are very well prepared mentally and physically for acupuncture, so I will advise them to start the acupuncture session.
Okay. So not everybody come and see you will immediately start acupuncture. So you still like properly assess and individualize that treatment. Is that right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, true.
That's good to know. Yeah. Now, JH, we actually got a question from one of our audience here. She shared that her AMH count, the level was very low, which is the 8 count. She interested to know, could acupuncture actually helps to ovulate or help with the quality of eggs at all? I think you briefly touched on earlier on. Would you mind just elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, no problem. So the question is regarding the AMH and how acupuncture could help, right? Okay, so we know that AMH is actually an ovarian reserve for women. So it shows that how many egg cells women left with. So even though acupuncture, I can say that it can change the acupuncture. I can say that it can change the AMH level of a woman, but acupuncture can actually improve the egg quality through increasing the blood flow to the ovaries. So I also noticed that there is a significant improvement in the egg quality in terms of the size and the maturation of the egg after acupuncture. So normally acupuncture right after the menstruation and before the ovulation starts also improve the ovulation process. This is very important, especially for those couples, especially women who have the PCOS problem, which will cause the ovulation more difficult.
Yeah. All right, JH. So we chat a lot more about women's fertility, right? So my question to you is, do you think that men's, like male, in terms of acupuncture, does it also help with male fertility?
Yeah, that's a very good question because all we know is women, okay, but actually through the acupuncture that benefits for male fertility also, because through acupuncture actually blood flow through the reproductive tract also will be improved in the male also. So it will help the male in terms of their sexual activity. So in terms of the sperm quality, through continuous acupuncture session, I noticed that there is an improvement in the volume or the motility and also the morphology of the sperm. So usually I will recommend both herbal remedies plus the acupuncture session. So this will speed up the process. So not only women can do acupuncture, male also can do acupuncture for the fertility issue. Okay.
That's really good to know. I think a lot of women were quite relieved to know that because quite often we just tend to focus on women. And I often tell my clients as well, their male partner needs to do their part as well to make sure that they also put in some efforts to change their diet and lifestyle in order to improve the sperm health, right? So that's good. Now, I know that you have prepared some of your equipment to show us today, which I'm really excited to see. First of all, could you maybe show us, behind the scene, how is those acupuncture needle looks like?
Yeah, I'm so excited to show you because I know some of you are not from Southeast Asia. So many of you have not seen acupuncture needles before. So today I bring you my acupuncture equipment. Okay. All right, there are many types of acupuncture needles in the market. So what I bring to show you today is the most commonly used needles. Okay, so so today here is my needles. Okay, sorry, I hold for.
I love that you are very excited about the needles. I'm sure that all of us are like, hang on a minute, it looks a little bit scary. Like, yeah.
Okay, so this is how the acupuncture needles look like. Okay, is that clear? Okay, right. Okay, so I take out one of it. Okay, so this is how the needles look like. Okay, it's clearer, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So actually there are many types of needles, like I mentioned, but all these needles are made of stainless steel. Okay, and come with a different dimension. So I show you a few dimensions I bring today. So this is the 1-inch needles. Okay, so this is the 2-inch needles. Okay, right. This is the 3-inch needles, which is longer. Okay, it seems very scary, right?
Okay, so how many needles do you usually use?
Oh, okay, that depends also. Depends also. Normally, I don't use a lot of the needles. Usually it's about less than 10 or a little bit more than 10, less than 20.
Okay.
For fertility, usually it's less than 10. Okay.
Okay.
So so this one is another type of needles. You can see there's a plastic guide tube. Okay, they come with it. So the plastic guide tube is this one is for more painless and accurate application. So this allows the plastic guide tube, right? This allows the needles to be tapped very quickly into our skin, so you'll feel less painful. But normally, what I use is this kind. Okay. Okay, it's this kind. Okay, so I take out one of the needles and I show you the different parts of the needles. Yeah. So this maybe I'll do like that. Okay, so this is we say the tail part of the needle. So this is the we say the handle part, and this is the root of the needle, and this is the body part, and the last one, the tip, we call the tip part. So normally when we do acupuncture, we will hold the handle part or the body part like that. Okay, for longer needle, right, we will hold the body part when I do acupuncture. Okay, so that's the acupuncture needles. Okay.
So how do you decide which pressure point for the treatment?
Yeah, you mean the acupuncture point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the acupuncture point, right, actually is different from people to people. So it's not the same for everyone. Like diets, I know also tailored for different individuals. So likewise, acupuncture point also depends on the different condition. But in my practice, I have my main point acupuncture point I usually use for fertility. So also today I prepared some of my acupuncture point which I can show you diagram for. Okay.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
So you on that. Yeah. So as you can see, okay, it's clear, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So the acupuncture point which I normally use is under the umbilical cord. Is 4 fingers below the umbilical cord. This is called the 关元穴. Okay, it's pronounced as 关元. Is English is RN4. So this is 4 fingers below the umbilical cord. So this is one of the main point I will poke for the fertility. Another acupuncture point is also at the abdominal part. So this called 子宫穴. Okay, 子宫穴. Okay, this is 4 trend below the umbilical cord and the 4 fingers apart from the midline. Okay, this is normally the area which is the ovaries area. Okay, so these are the 2 main parts. And another acupuncture point which is more interesting because it's on our leg. It's not on the abdominal part, but it's on our leg. Yeah, so this is this is called 三阴交. Okay, 三阴交 SP6. Okay, 三阴交, this acupuncture point is on the inner side of our leg. Okay, this is 4 fingers. Okay, from our ankle. So it's very interesting that why we choose the leg part in order to treat fertility, isn't it? Okay, I'm sure a lot of you put the 三阴交穴 on the leg, then can help with fertility. So this is because I will just explain why we choose this, and this is a very important acupuncture point. Because according to our TCM, right, kidney system dominates the reproductive system. So this 三阴交 point actually is an intersecting point of our spleen, liver, and kidney meridian. So kidney dominates the reproduction, and liver regulates qi, and the spleen and stomach actually is a sources of qi and blood. So by acupuncture at this 三阴交 at this particular point, the blood perfusion and the energy to the reproductive tract will actually be improved. So this is very interesting to know. But as an acupuncturist, I know a lot of our TCM will put this acupuncture point for fertility treatment. Okay.
Is acupuncture painful, JH?
Oh, I know that most of you are intimidated. You heard about acupuncture. Painful is the first one you come in mind, right? Because no one is scared of pain. Okay. Oh well, I would not say that it's painless at all. Okay, but the technique used by the acupuncturist actually can lessen the pain. So as we know, the nerve cells, right, is mostly accumulate under our skin. So if we insert the needle fast enough, we tap fast enough into the skin, that will lessen the pain. But I would like to highlight that actually acupuncture is not just about inserting in the needle into our skin and just leave it like that. Okay, it's not like that. So actually, as an acupuncturist, we need to manipulate the needle until the needle sensation was felt. So what I mentioned, the needle sensation is we call 得气 in Chinese. So this meaning that we will feel a kind of soreness, numbness, and distension or a little bit of pain. Okay, actually the stronger needle sensation brings to a better therapeutic effect. But the needle sensation usually varies by a few factors. So if you have a very strong body, which in Chinese term we call very high levels of qi and blood, so you will actually experience a very strong needle sensation. So whereas if a weaker person which have a deficiency of qi and blood, you will experience a weaker needle sensation. So secondly, the skillful of acupuncturist also matters. So a skillful and experienced acupuncturist can actually obtain a very strong needle sensation, which brings a better therapeutic effect. So that's interesting to know.
So some sensation is good, put it this way. Can't expect to be painless when you do acupuncture, right? That's good to
you
know.
Don't think about the pain, okay? You just feel that it was good for you.
That's so true. I guess that my next question to you as well, JH, is how long does the acupuncture session last usually?
Yeah, usually one session of acupuncture lasts for 20 to 30 minutes, but at the 15 minutes interval time, we will need to manipulate the needle again to remain the qi, the needle sensation. Okay, that must be manipulation throughout the acupuncture session.
I see. Okay. I guess that we got clients also ask as well, which is more targeted on IVF treatment. So if for someone who, planning to pursue IVF treatment, right, JH, in terms of time frame, when exactly they should think about starting acupuncture intervention?
Yeah, I think this is a very good question because a lot of the clients also come and ask when they should start the IVF, before how long they should start the acupuncture session. So normally I will advise patients who really want to do IVF to start the acupuncture session at least 3 months before they start the IVF. So
for your time, and maybe you can tell everyone here, where can they find you, where do you work, and how do they book in a consultation with you?
Yeah, actually I work in Malaysia, Johor Bahru. Okay, so I'm sure like some of you have known me. Okay, but for those who have not known me and who is not from Malaysia, you can find me from the virtual consultation as well. Okay, I do provide virtual consultation through Zoom or through WhatsApp call. Yes.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow JH Instagram as well at TCM Kao, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, then once again, thank you so much everyone for joining us, and we look forward to our next live session with you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, JH.